TVs are just heavy, bulky, and then you gotta update them every now and then, and it's just a waste of money. I do not plan on ever buying a TV ever again. Cable goes hand in hand with TV. I mean, like, do I need to say more? Cable is just something that is in the past. It's expensive, it's unnecessary, it's filled with ads. There's so many other free apps. I only know 2 people that pay for cable, which are my sisters. I'm calling them out, but damn, their bill is absolutely insane. And to me, that just like blows my mind on how much money is being actually wasted, because most of the time they're watching Netflix. Another thing is decor pieces. I do like some decor, but when you purchase a lot of decor items from HomeGoods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, everyone's house starts to look the same. And I remember everyone doing the live, laugh, love back in the day, and I just don't want to be a copy and paste of everybody else. So when it comes to decor pieces, I don't have any. And if I do end up purchasing any in the future, it's actually going to mean something to me or my boyfriend, or we'll just make it ourselves. That way it's unique. Another thing I do not purchase is new tech items. I just deal with what works. Do not fix something if it's not broken. That is something I always live by. My camera is from 2018. It works perfectly fine. My AirPods are the first ones that ever came out. They work fine. Needless to say, I do not update my tech gadgets unless something breaks. Fake nails and manicures. I don't like having fake nails. They hurt, they're expensive. I just trim my nails myself with my clippers, and I file them with my glass nail filer, and also I can shine them up with the same nail filer. So I save a lot of money by doing my own nails and keeping them simple. Makeup is another thing that I do not purchase. So I know a lot of people think that I'm wearing makeup in my videos. I do not. The only thing I have on is lip balm. I use the Summer Fridays lip balm. It works amazing. It keeps my lips nice and hydrated. That's the only thing that I wear. I do own mascara and an eyebrow pencil, but I only use those items when we go out to a fancy dinner or we're taking family pictures. Then I will use that. But everything else is just something that I don't need. Foundation, bronzer, all that junk, I do not need. I prefer a nice natural look, and I'm sticking with that. Unnecessary vitamins is something that I did back in 2020. A lot of you guys have seen those videos where I was taking every vitamin in the book, and it caused me to break out, and it caused me more harm than good. So now I just stick with the 2 vitamins that I need. How I know that I need them is blood work. So I take B12 and I take vitamin C. Those are the only 2 vitamins that I need, and I actually got help from my doctor with this. So if you are struggling when it comes to taking unnecessary vitamins, get blood work done. It could save yourself a lot of time and money in the long run of just knowing what you truly need and what you don't need. A broom. This is something I do not own, and I don't think I plan on buying a broom unless we're gonna have like a porch in the future, but we live in a very small apartment building. I have wall-to-wall carpets here, unfortunately, so I just use my Dyson and it works perfectly fine. I haven't owned a broom since 2017, so I do not own a broom, and I don't really plan on purchasing one unless we have a house where it has like a nice little outside area that needs to be swept. More than one iPhone case. This is hilarious because I used to have 60 to 70 cases for my iPhone. So I've said this in the past, my iPhone had more clothes than me. So when it comes to my phone, I keep a durable case that has a screen protector built on it, and this is the only case I need. My boyfriend ended up like putting a magnet in the back, if you guys can see, with some Velcro strips. So when I'm in the car, I can just plop it on my little dash, and that's it. It's super simple, it's durable, and I do not plan on ever purchasing an iPhone case. Unless this one breaks, then of course I will purchase the same exact one. There's no need for this little guy to have a bunch of different cases. All you need is one durable case, and the rest is history. Purses is something that I do not purchase. I stopped wearing purses back in 2016 when I adopted a minimalist lifestyle. I just don't like them. Obviously in the future when I have a child, I will have a diaper bag when we go out. This girl is not lugging a purse around. When it comes to me going out, I bring my tiny little wallet, I have my keys in my hand, and that's all I really need. Sometimes it pays to be low maintenance because I don't really need to carry a bunch of crap on me all the time. I know this is a little TMI, but I don't purchase pads anymore. I have been wearing period underwear since 2019. They've been going strong, and they are cheap. They are healthier for my body. They are one of the best things that I have ever purchased and done for myself. Streaming apps. I do not have a streaming app bill per se, so I do pay for Spotify. It's technically not like a streaming app. I mean, I don't really consider it a streaming app. Streaming apps I consider like Netflix, things like that. So I got lucky when I signed up for Spotify years ago. They ended up giving me Hulu for free, so I still have Hulu for free. I do listen to music a lot when I'm cleaning and things like that, so I do like having Spotify. But other than that, I don't have anything else. We've been watching a lot of things on Freevee, which is like the free version of Amazon Prime. We also have Netflix. My boyfriend pays for that. We have Pluto, which is free. We have Tubi, which is free. There's so many free streaming apps. It's honestly silly for me to pay for streaming apps when there's a bunch of free ones out there now. There's always something to watch, and YouTube is a great outlet. You can just look up free movies on YouTube and they pop up. Random skincare items and devices. I've been through this back in 2020. Again, I was really bored with my skincare routine, and I bought gua sha tools. I bought a bunch of things that didn't really do much for me. I was trying to make my face slimmer with those tools, and I finally embraced my round face. I think that was the best thing that I could do for myself and my confidence. And not just with the devices, but when it comes to actual skincare products, less is more for my skin type. I have acne prone skin, so the more products I use, the more I break out. So the stuff that I use right now works amazing for my skin. I feel like if I adventure out, I'm gonna end up breaking out again. So like I've been saying in all of my videos, do not fix something if it's not broken. Obviously, I'm doing something that works, so I'm not gonna switch it. Windex or any kind of glass cleaner, I haven't purchased this since 2015. There's no need to purchase Windex or any type of glass cleaner. All you need is a spray bottle, half water, couple drops of vinegar, and you're good. It will clean your windows, it will clean your glass table, your car windows, it will clean it perfectly, and the vinegar smell goes away. I know a lot of you guys don't like vinegar, the smell of vinegar. It goes away. It does not linger like that. Just don't put too much in the bottle. And I will say this, that I will never purchase any kind of glass cleaner again, because we always have vinegar in the house. We either cook with it, clean with it, so we get a giant gallon, and that gallon will last us the entire year. So I do not need to purchase any type of glass cleaner ever again. Magazine or books. I was going to get into books a little while ago, but then I realized that there's a ton of free apps to read books, or you can just listen to an audiobook on Spotify or YouTube. There's so many ways to go around like with not paying. So I rather do that route than actually have physical books in the house. It's just as bad as having DVDs in the house. Like the minute you watch a movie, it's least likely that you're gonna watch it again, or the minute you read a book, it's least likely that you're gonna go back to that book and read it again. So I do not purchase physical books. And when it comes to magazines, all of it is just filled with gossip about other people. I personally do not care what celebrities are wearing, who they're dating, how much money they're making. So I'm not gonna buy magazines like, you know, the magazines you see at grocery stores. And again, magazines are a waste of money. You're probably not gonna go back to it. When, you know, the same thing with the books. You're least likely to just pick up that magazine again and read about what celebrity is dating who and who cheated on who. Like, no one really cares. And again, everything's online for free. Alcohol is another thing that you guys will never see me purchase for myself. I do purchase wine for my boyfriend when I leave the house, because he will call me and let me know that he needs some wine. He likes to have a glass of wine once a week. He's not that big of a drinker, but he does like to have a glass of wine. I personally don't like any of it. If I'm gonna have something bad, I'm going to have a bowl of ice cream, I'm going to have a piece of cake, and that's that. So yeah, I'm not a drinker at all, and that's something I will never ever purchase. Just not into it. Jewelry. You guys see me never wearing jewelry because I learned my lesson back then. I used to wear a ton of jewelry and I just don't like it. I feel like it's a fashion statement. There are some pieces that I own that mean a lot to me. They're sentimental. But when it comes to other jewelry items, I don't purchase that stuff. Like, it's just a waste of money. And like I was saying, it is a status symbol. So a lot of us do wear jewelry just to go with our outfit, or you just want to show off. And that's not my forte. Perfume is something that makes me extremely nauseous. Excessive amount of cat toys is something I learned when I adopted Milo. So when I adopted him, he was 6 weeks old. We did purchase some toys and he just wouldn't play with them. He wanted my pencils, the roll of the toilet paper, like he just wanted the simplest things. And I was like, why did I waste my money on cat toys when I could have just given him a ball of paper? I don't see myself purchasing any more toys for him. He has about 4 or 5 toys that he'll play with every now and then, but most of the time, that's what he's doing. He's sleeping. So. Expensive cars is another thing that I will never ever purchase again. Dumbest decision I ever did. It was expensive to fix. The oil changes were expensive. It was just a nightmare to have something like that. I just stick with cheaper brands. They last a lot longer. Another thing that I still don't buy is things we don't use. There are so many items that I had in my apartment back in 2017 that I didn't use. They were just sitting there, like the decor items or duplicates, like duplicate kitchen items. They were just sitting there in the kitchen. So things that we do not use, we don't have in this house. It's gonna waste space, gonna waste money. You're better off just giving those items to someone else that can actually get use out of them. No. Dyeing my hair is a thing of the past. I am letting my natural hair come out. You guys could probably see it in the camera. I can see it in the viewfinder. This whole brown color is my natural hair color, and then you got black all underneath. That is still trying to come out since 2020, so I haven't dyed my hair since then. It's so much healthier. It's so much more fluffier. I'm definitely embracing my natural color more. I'm embracing the grays that are coming in. And I will say that dyeing my hair is definitely a thing of the past. I'm saving a ton of money, and I'm also saving my hair. My hair is not dry. It's a lot healthier looking, and it also feels healthy. It feels extremely soft, softer than when I used to dye my hair. I will tell you one reason why I don't buy watches. Hey Siri. What time is it?
It's 12:26 p.m.
That's why I do not need to buy a watch. My phone is always on me. I'm sure you guys are the same way with your phones. There's no need to buy watches nowadays. Uncomfortable high heels, like the skinny ones, stilettos, thing of the past. I own 3 pairs of heels, and they all are chunky heels where if I'm in a pinch and someone's chasing me and I'm wearing those heels, I can run and not fall like the girls in the scary movies. I do not wear uncomfortable heels anymore. I wear low, chunky heels. They still look classy and they're comfortable. And like I said, I can run in them, so in case Michael Myers or anybody's after me, I can get out of there. Obviously, I'm joking. I know some people are gonna take it serious. No nightstand. No nightstand over there. I used to have nightstands growing up. Even in the beginning of my channel, I had a nightstand, and I think they take up too much space, and they were always empty. So when I did own them, there was nothing in them. So it was just sitting there. So I'd rather have more open space, and my boyfriend also agrees. The more things you add with furniture, the less space you have, especially if you live in a small apartment like this. I just don't ever plan on purchasing nightstands. I just touched base on this in another video. Hot Tools is something that I don't need. I got sucked in last year to purchasing the Revlon blowout. It took me months to get my hair back to its natural, healthy looking hair, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that Revlon blowout thing fried my hair, and I was using the cool setting. How does a device with using the cool setting fry your hair? I got rid of it, and it was $34. It wasn't that much money, but I learned my lesson. And I do own a curling iron and a hair straightener. I've had them since I was in my early 20s, and they still work perfectly fine. I don't use them that often, but they are there just in case, so I don't really have a reason to purchase any more Hot Tools. Cheap bras is another thing that I learned over and over again. I have big breasts. I've talked about this before. When you wear cheap bras, the wire comes out. Also, you're spilling, and it's just so uncomfortable. So I finally paid decent money to have, it's a minimizer bra, so it does minimize, it's like a cup size. It makes you look a cup size smaller, which I truly appreciate because I don't really like my big breasts. They hurt my back, and I'm constantly having to, like, you know, make sure that they're not showing, because I don't know, I just don't like my breasts showing. So cheap bras are a thing of the past. I own 2 bras and 1 sports bra. Amazing. They are expensive, but it's worth the price tag. Fridge magnets, I always hated the look of them. To me, they make the fridge look tacky. It's just the same of having stickers on your car. It's like, why? There's no need for it. I like an empty fridge. I don't even like having a calendar on there. I used to do that. I used to have a marker board, and I always look in the calendar on my phone, or I have an actual planner when it comes to work. So there's no need for things to be on the fridge. Coffee tables is something that I've always hated, even before being a minimalist. Like, I hate coffee tables. They're in the way, they're bulky. It's just another piece of furniture that's just, it doesn't need to be there. And that's something that we will never ever have in our house. Like I said, it's an obstacle course just to get to the couch if you have one. Another piece of furniture that I can't stand is bureaus. I grew up with them. I love the fact that my boyfriend and I both have a decent sized closet. It's not a walk-in closet, but you know, obviously with me being a minimalist, I own less clothes, so the stuff that I have in my closet works great with the size, and I like to see my clothes. I don't know if you guys are like that, but I like to visually see what I own for clothes, and I just don't like the whole method of washing the clothes, then folding them, putting them away in the drawers, and then taking them out, and then you have to either iron or steam them because they were folded for so long. When the clothes are hung up in the closet, you don't need to do anything to them because there's nothing squishing them. There's not, you know, they're not folded. It's just like you take it off the hanger and you can leave the house with it on. Eyelashes and hair extensions. I have never done any of these services. Thankfully, I have very long eyelashes. I have very long hair, so I never had to do any of this, or I never felt like I had to. Yeah, that's something that I don't buy and probably will never ever buy. Designer brands. This is something that I have talked about so many times, and that is designer brands. The reason why I don't wear designer brands like Adidas on my shirt or Nike or any of that crap, you're basically promoting them for free. You're advertising for them for free, and I don't want to be a walking billboard, so I wear plain clothes. Like, to be honest with you guys, you can't even tell where I got my clothes from, and half the time it's either from the clearance rack at a random store, or it's passed down from either my boyfriend's sister or my sisters. They'll just give me clothes that they don't want. I prefer to promote something. If something's gonna be on my shirt or my jacket, I want to promote something that I truly believe in, and I don't want to promote things for free. So think of it that way, you guys. If you own your own business, like say you own a hair salon, but you're always wearing a shirt with a Nike check mark on it, wouldn't you want to promote your business instead of Nike's? They're not even paying you. They don't even know who you are. So what's the point of promoting something like that when you can just buy a plain shirt and get your logo on that shirt and promote your business? And I know some people are going to come for me and say, well, Kira, some designer brands have amazing quality. I totally get that. The best thing to do, if you like a certain designer brand, if you like the shirt, see what it's made out of. I guarantee you, if you look up those as technically ingredients on what that shirt is made out of, say it's 50% cotton, 50% polyester, just look it up online and you could find that same exact material but without the logo. So I know I talked a lot about this one thing, but go in your closet right now. See how many brands that you're advertising for free. Coffee/coffee machines. When it comes to coffee and coffee machines, I don't drink coffee. Neither does my boyfriend, so there's no need to have that kind of stuff in the house. And when people do come over, and if they do want, you know, some coffee, like it's the winter time, sometimes his mom will come over and visit and she loves her hot coffee. We'll just go to Dunkin' or Starbucks, it's literally down the street, and we'll just grab her a small coffee and she can have that here. Instead of us having a coffee machine and coffee on the side for when people visit, it's just pointless, honestly. It's just gonna be sitting there, and we only get guests like once in a great while, so it's just something that we don't need because we just don't consume it. And the last thing that I still don't purchase is Q-tips. A lot of you guys are probably gonna ask, how do I clean my ears? I do not clean my ears. I learned about this a couple of years back. I was using Q-tips twice a day, and it does get addicting because it feels really good when you're cleaning your ears, but it's unnecessary. You're actually just pushing that wax back in. So I had a doctor tell me, hey, your wax is all the way in the back. We're gonna have to pull it out. It hurt when they did that, and I learned my lesson. I don't purchase Q-tips anymore. The wax falls out on its own. I know it sounds nasty, but that's just the natural thing that our ears do. So I just let my ears do their own thing. There's no need for me to just be in there with a Q-tip constantly just because it feels good. So with that all being said, I will catch you guys in the next video.